I wanted some quality speakers for my podcasting and voiceover setup, so I decided to try the Kanto YU5. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is Jeff Benjamin with 9to5Mac. As I stated, I was looking for a pair of speakers that worked well with my podcasting and voiceover setup, and I decided on the Kanto YU5. Now, what you're going to find here is a tweeter up top coupled with a 5¼ inch Kevlar driver for that impressive low-end sound. The YU5's main speaker, with all the electrical goodies inside, features a push button on front that works as a power button, a volume button, and an input selector button. And on the left side, you'll see an infrared input / status indicator disc. Now, on the rear of the YU5, this is what's really important to me because it has all the necessary inputs that I need. It has a pair of RCA inputs. It has the auxiliary input for when you want a simple yet hardwired connection. So that's really nice to have. You also have a subwoofer output, which allows you to connect an external sub that's powered. But that's not all. You're also going to find a pair of optical inputs, which is great for consoles and set-top boxes. And of course, you have your speaker wire inputs. You can just unscrew those and stick your speaker wire right through. I'm going to show you right now. So you see a little hole there when you unscrew. Just slide the wire in there and then screw it back in. Super easy. All right, so you also have the on-off switch in the bottom left-hand corner, followed by a fuse to help keep all the electrical components safe. And then you have the input for your power plug right there. Now, you probably already spotted it, but there's a USB port here as well, but it's only used for charging. It isn't used for like plugging your iPhone in there and playing music via the USB cable. You can see right here that it's for charging only. Now, I really like the YU5 because of how flexible it is. It allows me to connect, for instance, my mixer using a pair of RCA to TRS cables, which is really nice. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the remote control. Not only does it feel kind of weird, it's kind of blocky, but it has tons of little fiddly buttons on it. It's not easy to use without looking at the remote control, although it is nice because it has so many options on it. For example, you can press the Bluetooth reset button on the remote control to quickly cycle through paired devices. So if I have my iPad paired, I can just tap right here and connect easily like that. Needless to say, the YU5 has a lot going for it. The MDF enclosure is high quality and hand-built. It feels substantial to hold, and these speakers get really loud, and this video simply won't do that justice. Now, the mid-range isn't as crisp and clear as you're going to find on some of the higher price point speakers, but that's to be expected. These things get super loud, and it definitely has enough range on the low end to the point where you probably won't even care about not having a subwoofer, but it's nice to have the option to connect one anyway. And the tweeter produces decent high-end sound as well. Let's listen in for a bit, shall we? Be sure to check out the full post linked in the description for all the details and specs regarding the YU5. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is Jeff with 9to5Mac.